Phil Krieg with Syngenta Crop Protection, and we're here at the 2019 National No-Till Conference in Indianapolis, Indiana. So we're very excited to be launching the Miravis family of fungicides. The active ingredient is a new SDHI, new active ingredient, and it will help to launch a suite of fungicide products that will be used from wheat for head scab control all the way through to some specialty crops including peanuts, and in the middle it will be products labeled for corn and soybean. There will be differences in that family of products, so they will all carry the new active ingredient adepidin, but then the other components of that premix will be specific for the crop that they're going to be applied upon. When we look at weed resistance, we know that is a growing problem. Recently there was an article in No-Till Farmer magazine talking about the spread of weed resistance and how it is beginning to really even creep into their decision-making processes. So weed resistance, very complex. We're talking primarily around water hemp and Palmer amaranth. Those are the two big enemies. And so in that we have to really know what weeds we're really faced with. Are they resistant? What are they resistant to? And how can we manage around that? New technologies on the market like dicamba, Extend soybeans, Liberty, those types of things are tools, but they're not a magic bullet like what we used to have years ago when like Roundup glyphosate hit the market. So we really have to be careful. We have to manage these products. We have gone back to a lot of soil applied residuals with the philosophy, never leave that weed come up. The easiest weed to control is one that never comes up, and take as much pressure off of those post-emergent applications, no matter what technology you're using, as possible. Going back to the late 70s, when cyst nematode really came as a large-scale problem for soybean producers, we were able to create resistant varieties. And so resistant varieties is the primary pathway that we've controlled soybean cyst nematode. However, we've used the same event for many years now in our varieties. In doing that, we have got a population, we've grown a population of soybean cyst nematode now that in some cases can be resistant to that event. So as we've recognized this problem growing and getting worse over years, seed treatments have been the most effective method to really address soybean cyst nematode. In that, Chloriva is a biological soybean cyst nematode control seed treatment. That's kind of a mouthful. Basically what we're doing is we're introducing spores into the soil that are cannibalistic to the soybean cyst nematode. So it's a sort of a natural way of controlling cyst nematode. It is very safe. It's very, may I say, benign to all of the other organisms in the soil that we want to protect, all the other nematodes that we want to protect. It is specific to soybean cyst nematode. So Chloriva Elite is the combination of Chloriva PN, which is the soybean cyst nematode control product, and our Cruiser Max with Vibrance. So anyway, it's the complete soybean seed treatment. Corn nematodes are still getting some attention. However, corn nematodes are going to be very specific to areas, geographies. It's still very important before we start to treat and just automatically start to blanket treat things that we know for sure we have the problem. We can test for that. We can use technology, yield mapping, all of those types of things to be able to isolate areas in the field where we're having production issues. If cyst nematodes are there, a product like Chloriva Elite is a good way to manage that. So Syngenta has been a title sponsor for many years. I think it's over 20 some odd years now. And the philosophy of Syngenta, the way we go to market, is very much aligned with the National No-Till Conference. It's really about sustainability, making sure that the actions we take as growers are not only good for the production of food for the world, but they're also sustainable and they're environmentally sound and safe. And that really aligns us very well with this group of growers.